So this is the last Superbike race of the 2014 New Zealand Superbike Road Racing Championship, and a great start once again from Tony Rees, bike number 11, the Honda CBR 1000 RRR, going into the front. Young Aucklander Jaden Hassan, just 19 years of age. You're watching from the camera on the back of Sloane Frost's Fujitsu Suzuki. He's a little further down the field though, but this young kid, what a sensation he is. Started this season very well on the Superbikes, a learning experience for him. Good move coming there from Scott Moyer around the outside of half the pack there through the infield S's and up into the hairpin now. So Moyer on the move, but out in front it's the young gun. That is Jaden Hassan on the Motor Oil Suzuki. What's two for Dennis Charlotte? He said now the championship's wrapped up, he's come out to race and he'd like to win a couple. Well, he couldn't do it in race number 4. Can he do it this time round? 77 is James Smith, still recovering from those injuries he sustained in a qualifying crash on the Saturday in Taupo. You're on board here with the Superbike champion, replete with the number 1s on the side of the Avon City Suzuki Underground Brown GSXR 1000. This is Dennis Charlotte. Just ahead of him, Tony Rees. Great pictures as they work their way out of the Pepsi Max sweeper and down the front straight. There is 11 Rees, there is number 4, that is Sloane Frost, and 87, the TT winner from Taupo, that is Scott Moyer. Rees being double teamed here by Frost and Charlotte to go back into 4th place now. Looking out the back of Sloane Frost Suzuki, remember he's in 3rd. There is Scott Moyer looking for an outside run on Rees, can't quite get it done as they go through the infield S's again. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 1st now on your screen as they work their way up into the hairpin here through the serpentine section of circuit around this 3.03 kilometre track that is the Manfeild Auto Course. Hassan leads it, Charlotte is 2nd, then it is Frost, then it would be Rees. You're on board here with Scott Moyer. Next man on his gun sights would be the 11 just up in front of him, the Honda Insurance rider. There's Tony Rees. Now you get the other perspective of it looking out of the back of Sloane Frost bike. Here comes the big charge though from Scott Moyer as they head down the back straight here at Manfeild. Going with them is Craig Sheriff. Sheriff buoyed of course by his win in race number 4, his first for the Superbike season for him. Out in the front though, it's still the youngster, and that is 41, Jaden Hassan. Started off in the 125 Grand Prix class, moved up to 600 Super Stock, and then up into Super Sport just 1 season ago. Now's made the major step up to the Superbike racing on the Motor Suzuki, just getting away here from Dennis Charlotte. Just 19, as I said, and he's a big, tall drink of water. He's around about 6'4". If he wasn't going to be a motorcyclist, he probably should have been a basketballer. Back on board here with Moyer, trying to find a way around Sloane Frost. Well, they did this last week in Taupo as well. It was nip and tuck all the way. No change at the front of the field as they head down the Denny Holmes straight. Charlotte just getting a little bit closer. You're on board with him here. Under brakes, he goes down the inside of the Auckland youngster, and can he make the pass stick? Yes, he can. So Dennis Charlotte goes into the front as they go through Higgins and head out onto the back straight. Well, Hassan must have missed a gear because he's dropping down through the field like a stone. He's back into about 5th place now as Charlotte takes command. Sloane Frost in 2nd. Welcome back to mighty Manfeild. This is the final Superbike race of the championship season. Sloane Frost got a great drive out of Higgins, and that's shown here as he flies past Dennis Charlotte, the champion-elect. You see the number 1s on the Underground Brown Suzuki, but it is Sloane Frost in the front now, and he's just run a little bit wide as they come down onto the front straight here, and I think that's going to open the door once again for Charlotte. You're on board here with Charlotte. Does he take the number 1 spot back? Yes, he does. So Charlotte leads it. Frost in 2nd place. Then we would go back to Tony Rees, number 11, the Honda Insurance's Honda, Suzuki Honda, and then Craig Sheriff's in the mix as well now, along with Scott Moyer from Taupo. Brilliant racing, and Hayden Fitzgerald makes his presence felt as he moves through into 3rd place as they work their way through the infield S's. So the Suzuki's coming to the fore here in the final race of the 2014 Superbike New Zealand Road Racing Championship. Hayden Fitzgerald, the man on the move. You're on board here with Sloane Frost, and here comes the number 6. The Ross Graham sponsored Suzuki of Hayden Fitzgerald. Hayden doing double duty today. He's already wrapped up the Superlight National Championship, a title won many times by his famous father, and now the younger Fitzgerald can put his name on the title. Hasn't had quite the same luck or the drive in the Superbikes as Sloane Frost works away at him here. Goes round him as they come through the Pepsi Max sweeper. Oh, a bit of a problem there for Dennis Charlotte, and that's going to bring the pack right up to him again, and Hayden Fitzgerald is going to lead the charge. On board here with Scott Moyer. The battle for 4th and 5th And there goes Linden Magee, the Australian, on the M1Motorsport Valvoline-sponsored BMW. Well, he's had a great weekend here at Manfeild as well, and he's going to move up the points ladder, 6th or 7th going in. He's going to improve on that here. There he is on the BMW M1 bike. That's the bike that Sloane Frost rode last year. So Linden Magee will have not so fond memories of Manfeild. You're watching him here from the camera, looking at the back of Sloane Frost's bike, and you just saw a massive near high side there from Scott Moyer, so he'll drop down the order. Linden Magee had a terrible crash here at Manfeild in the Suzuki Series just before the year ended, and suffered a broken collarbone, and he's been riding with that broken collarbone and injured wrist right throughout the season. But he's finally starting to come good here. He's not good enough at the moment because it's Charlotte in the front. Back on board here with Frost in the second place. Now has the BMW got through him? Well, that'll be ironies of irony, won't it? The bike that Sloane Frost ran last year, absolutely hounding him, and he has got through. So Linden Magee, the nephew of Australian motorcycle royalty in Kevin Magee, up into 3rd place now, and he's done an Adam Chambers as we saw in the Supersport. He's come from way down the pack. So he's up into 3rd, Suzuki, BMW, and then another Suzuki in the form of the Red Baron Motorcycles Fujitsu number 4 of Sloane Frost. Frost, another one, returning to full speed in action after a devastating crash at the Wanganui Cemetery Circuit. Broke his wrist. On board here with Scott Moyer. It's Sloane Frost just up in front of him. So once again, we see a freight train in the Superbikes. There's absolutely nothing in it. This is the best Superbike racing we've seen for years and years. No taking it away from the past champions, 9-time champion Andrew Stroud, of course, a legend, and 5-time champion Robbie Bugden. But there's any one of these top 10 riders could win at any stage here through the 2014 season. And Linden Magee is a graphic example of that as he tries to make the move on Hayden Fitzgerald as they head down into the Pepsi Max sweeper. Once again, you're watching here from Scott Moyer. Up ahead of him, it is Sloane Frost, then it's Magee, and then it is Dennis Charlotte. So Charlotte, the champion-elect, well, he said he wanted to race hard. He's getting that race whether he wants it or not because he leads them going into Toyota. You see the way the Suzuki, the back just steps out of it, and that allows Linden Magee to get just a little bit closer. Magee, the Australian's been commuting regularly to the 2014 rounds. Remember, we started off at Ruapuna, we went to Timaru, we had a 2-month break, and then we had the sensation of Taupo, and here we are to wrap it all up at Manfeild. And is Dennis Charlotte going to go out on the winning note, or is the Aussie going to spoil the party? Linden Magee gets closer and closer with every beat of the 1000cc engine sitting underneath him in the BMW, but Charlotte holds on to it for the moment. Dennis Charlotte, the champion-elect. He's a 2-time 600 Supersport champion of New Zealand. He's never won a Superbike championship. He has now, but he's not going to maybe end the day the way he'd like to, because look at the acid coming on here from Magee, and Magee gets past. Magee gets past as they come down onto the sweeper once again. So it's the Aussie in the front. Here comes Charlotte down the inside. You saw the head shake from the BMW of Magee, and that might be enough for Charlotte to get back into the lead. And it is. So Dennis Charlotte back in the front. The underground brown Suzuki leads the BMW, the M1Motorsport. Valvoline BMW of Linden Magee. And the chasing pack aren't too far behind, I can tell you. Sloane Frost leading the charge. Scott Moyer is in there. Craig Sheriffs is in there. Hayden Fitzgerald is in there. There they are. Fitzgerald and Sheriff, so they've gone past Sloane Frost now. As the laps wind down, is the Aussie going to carry the day here at mighty Manfeild? Down the Denny Holm straight for the last time. Here comes the last lap charge from Charlotte. Well, he's known for it. Is he close enough to make the pass as they come into Higgins? Tries to go on the outside. This double apex turn has been the scene of so much drama here at Manfeild, but he's not going to do it, I don't think. I think the BMW's got the pace, and as they head down the straight for the last time, Charlotte tries to draw level, just can't quite do it. Magee leads it. Charlotte chasing hard. 1 corner to go. Can the man from Canterbury wrap up his perfect season in the perfect way? No, he can't. The Aussie's going to get the win. Linden Magee takes the final Superbike race here at Manfeild. In second place, it will be Dennis Charlotte. But what about the racing in the Superbikes? Linden Magee wins it on the BMW. Charlotte second. Hayden Fitzgerald third. And then it's Sheriffs, Frost and Moyer. Redemption for Linden Magee, a crash in December, and now a winner.
I knew we'd been strong all day, and the S1000s looked after the tyre really well. So, you know, I knew I could win it, and I never doubted it from the first lap.